What's up, everybody? It's your boy Officer D back in another video. Notice I got my light going. I love this light. Today we're gonna talk about first shift, third shift. If you're gonna be working third shift, you're gonna want this light. This light is for you. I bought this light because I saw it in an ad that showed up on Facebook or something. And I was like, that look cool. So I bought it, put it on my shoulder, and I came into work. Walked into assembly and everybody's like, what the fuck is that on your shoulder? I hit that button and everybody just bust out laughing. Totally ruined me. It did. And I was like, they just hating. They really are just hating. Dude, I freaking love this light. You show up in the car, don't need your flashlight, especially if you're just writing down something. Got it. Love this light. Look how bright it is. Now I mainly use this light. I don't use this light too much. Sometimes I'm like middle of the street or something like that, I'll turn it on. Highway, I'll turn it on. But I don't use it that much. That white light, I love it. But today we're talking about the difference between first shift, third shift. My department has 3 shifts, 10.5 hours long for each shift. We used to do rotating shifts. We would do 3 rotations on each one, so like 3 weeks on each one, and then we would switch. We went to permanent shifts last year. I chose third shift. I got third shift. Which one I like more? Third shift. I still love it to this day. We switched last year, still love it. So to talk about some differences between the both, let's set the hours first. So first shift is from 6 to 4:30. Second shift is from 3 to 1:30, and then third shift is from 8 to 6:30. Second shift has that longer layover time where they're supposed to be, so whichever shift comes on second is your primary call officers. So second shift is supposed to be the secondary call officers, and they're supposed to do other stuff, but you know how that goes. Let's talk about some pros and cons of each one. First, I'm gonna start off with the cons at first, because I was 100% not doing first shift, or didn't want first shift. I ain't gonna tell what they would have put me on. But 100% didn't want first shift. One, because of traffic. I hate driving to work and having to drive in traffic. Hate it. I like pulling over cars. I hate having to maneuver in between cars to get the cars. Think about it, you driving in traffic, you gotta stay behind that one car for forever. Like, I need to move. I gotta get to other cars. I need to be running tags. I need to be trying to figure out who's speeding. I love a following too close charge. I love following too close. I hate when I'm driving my personal car and somebody's like following my ass. Nah, when I'm at work, I see you doing, you getting a ticket. I'm 100% ticket rate when I do following too closely. Okay, I hate it. 100%, hate it. The traffic, I hate traffic. Okay. Second thing that I don't like about first shift is your report out. That's your report time. Okay. Literally the entire shift you're doing reports. It's in larcenies, which a larceny is a report. So dealing with like Walmart, just like other small stores, like convenience stores. People love stealing from convenience stores. It's just a headache to have like every call you go to is report, every call. Third thing is everybody is outside. Like everybody's outside. Everywhere you go, hey.
Hi.
Okay. Hey, how are you? How are you doing today? Okay. Yeah. Okay. How are you today? Okay. Walk into a store, I didn't do it. Okay, bro, I get you. You didn't do it. Got it. Lucky third shift, most stuff is closed. So that's cutting down on your larcenies. It's cutting down on your trespassing calls. And it's cutting down on your random guy telling you he didn't do something that he did. He did it. Those are cons of your first shift, right? Supervisors, or actually just everybody. Everybody's at the police department Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. A police department was like a real business. 8 to 5, everybody at PD. That's people's working hours. Those are detectives' working hours, 8 to 5. So you got everybody there. Your chief, assistant chief, they're all listening to the radio. Nah, B, put me somewhere where they not. Now, I start off with the cons because I really hate first shift. Now, the pros of first shift, you got report calls. You're actually able to investigate those calls. So let's say you get a report call of somebody did something to somebody. You're able to go knock on their door and go talk to them. Hey, what happened here? You got the time to do that. It's not too busy. But the point is during the daytime, so you have time to do that. Another pro, would be as you get off work, you got the rest of the day to yourself. You still got daytime out. So you got kids or something, perfect. You got a wife or something, perfect. On a third shift, so many pros. No traffic. Most of your calls are hot calls. I mean, you're going to get there, boom, doom, 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 and a lot of times they're not even report calls. It's, you show up, I think someone's breaking into my house. Show up, ain't nobody there. But it's just hot calls like that, to where you get there, it gets like your adrenaline going, but then you get there and it's like, it's nothing. That's what third shift is. A lot of hot calls. You get there and it's nothing. Now there are still your reports. I do a crap ton of reports, but it's definitely nowhere near as many you're gonna do on first shift. The things that were the cons for first shift are kind of the pros for third shift. There's no top supervisors there. You just got your little two supervisors that you got to worry about. So we don't got, I guess it would be like your corporal and your sergeant. We don't got that in my department. We got lieutenants and captains. So those are your two supervisors that'll be working with you. No assistant chiefs, all that type of stuff. You know, worry about all that. Third shift, when you're responding to cars, you got the element of surprise. They're not seeing you driving up the street, right? I guess they could see your headlights, but you're able to sneak up on cars more. You know, park down the street, walk up. The element of surprise, I love that. You actually have time for proactivity on third shift, because at a certain part of the day or night, you got free time. Like, calls will slow down eventually. Some days. Calls will slow down eventually. 1 or 2 o'clock, it tends to like slow down a little bit. You got time to actually go out and look for stuff or to pull over cars. On first shift, you can be going like ham the entire shift. Now, back to first shift though. I said you got time to investigate. First shift can be pretty busy. So if you're one of those officers that like to investigate things all the way through instead of writing your report and sending it off to a detective whose job it is to investigate it, you got to get in good with your beat partners, because they got to pick up the slack for you by answering calls while you're out there trying to investigate that one call. And if you're investigating like that, you probably be doing that a lot. So get in good with your beat partners. Let them know, hey man, I like to investigate stuff. I want to be a detective one day. I want to spend time doing this. You got to make it up somehow to your beat partners, because they running calls. It needs to be some type of call that you like, that whenever it comes out, you're like, okay, I'll take that from you, or something. Work something out. Cons third shift. Basically, when everybody else is awake, you sleep, and you miss everything at the police department. Like, if we have a lunch or something at the PD, you missed it. Let's say you need to take a car and get it fixed. Man, I'll be asleep during the day. That's the only time the car people are there, during the day. Let's say I turned in evidence at nighttime. I messed up on it. I get an email, hey, you need to come fix this. You got to come during the day. Like, it's just too much. You don't get catered to on third shift like they do on first shift. Everybody's there first shift. They mess with something with evidence. They walk past the evidence room all the time. They can easily take care of it. I got to come in on my day off or come in before shift, like, totally whack. Like I said, fix your car. Like, my air and my tires keep going flat. I should probably turn the car in. I'm not driving on my day off. Not doing it. Last one I would say is, you don't get the time to investigate stuff like you should. Like, yeah, I said it starts to slow down, but it's nighttime. It starts to slow down at 2 o'clock. You ain't investigating on at 2 o'clock. I'm not gonna wake somebody up to investigate some call that, like, it's just not practical to do that. You're gonna turn in your report and let the investigators do it, because they're working at 8 to 5. So now with that is also working third shift. Remember I said everybody else is up while you sleep. So you start to not see people at the police department. So you start to not be known. Your work starts to not be seen. You know what I mean? So when it's time for promotions tend to be a popularity contest. And if you ain't being seen constantly by the people that are making the decisions on who getting promoted, you kind of get left like to the side. Like, I don't even know who that guy. Who is that guy? You know what I mean? So that's a big con with it. You're not doing big investigations to stick out for, you know, CID, for the detectives to be looking at you like, he does get reports or he does get investigations. So that's definitely something that you would take into consideration if you want to be like a property crime detective or something like that. Definitely want to maybe consider going first or second shift so that you got time to investigate stuff. So those are my pros and cons for third shift. I love third shift. I love not being in traffic. I love being able to come in and do, like, once call stop, being able to do like one call stop Damn it. Like once calls stop, I like being able to do what I want to do, proactivity wise, stopping cars, all the type of stuff. That's me. I like that. And I like being able to get through cars so that I can stop the car that I want. I like running emergency traffic and not having to be behind a car that just does stupid shit. Like, get out the way. So, that's it though, man. Y'all have a good one. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe to the video. Let me know, what shift would you want to work? I'm curious. A lot of new officers want to work third shift. Some officers want to do first shift, and I don't understand it. I don't know why. Don't know why you would want to do first shift. Let me know. All right, see y'all next video.